Hi, my name is Kevin Thang, and I am the Indiana State Representative of UVSA Midwest. Growing up in America, I would always hear these stories about April 30th, and as a kid, I never really understood what most of them meant. Growing up, I started understanding more and more, but sadly, I don't remember very many of the stories I heard as a kid. I do remember that they had very similar themes, and I would hear phrases like, "This was the day that I lost my homeland. This was the day that my home was stolen from me." And sometimes I would hear other phrases like, "I don't hate my country, I hate what has become of it." Black April, or Thang is the day that Vietnamese immigrants all around the world acknowledged the fall of Saigon. Now, my dad, he he remembers this day all the time, and even on his Facebook, he lists it as his birthday. And I guess in a way it's true. It redefined his entire life, and it's defined me to a certain extent. Without its events, I would not be where I am today, and I would not be who I am today. And I'm sure the same goes for very many of you. It's just a really odd thought to me that something so tragic can also lead to a certain extent of happiness. Without the events of Black April, we wouldn't have this strong community that rose from the ashes and picked itself up and kept on going. We wouldn't have the strongest community that I've ever met or that I've ever had the pleasure of participating in. And especially with the younger generation and VSAs, it just amazes me how united we can be because of this tragedy. And I don't want to say that I acknowledge or that I appreciate it's this tragedy, but without it, we wouldn't the world would be very different. And what that means is different to everyone else. It's just a strange thought to me is all. But even with these thoughts, I can't ignore the loss of lives from the northern and southern and even central parts of Vietnam, and all of the American troops that were there as well. There was just so much loss in so many different ways. It's it's almost conflicting from the way I think of it now. And although I'm not a composer, I can't write a song, and I can't author a poem, I can still commemorate the event by wearing black and writing Saigon on my arm on April 30th. And it seems a little small of a gesture, but I think the thoughts go a very long way, and the implications of it just go so much further than I can ever say.